So let's say that you're in class and a queer kid is giving a presentation and some girls are giggling about him, and you know why they're giggling. This happens a lot. And it may not seem like much, but for the kid giving the presentation, it's awful, because he knows why they're giggling too, and he's associating that giggling with much worse abuse that he's experiencing outside of class. So maybe lean over to those girls and say to them in a low voice, "Stop giggling. Nothing's funny here." It's all you have to say for them to get the right message. Or let's say someone makes a really homophobic comment in class. Maybe you're in gym class again and somebody misses a goal in soccer and gets called a fag. I had a South High teacher actually laugh when a kid did that to me. It's the wrong thing to do. Or maybe someone uses a slur not to refer to another student, but just someone in the media or something. And they say, "He's so gay," or "That's so gay." Or maybe a girl will say, "I don't like that actress. I think she looks like a man." Or maybe it's a joke between two totally popular, totally straight kids who just tease each other about being gay, and they both laugh about it. But other kids hear it, other kids like me. You still have to say something to them. Don't say to yourself, "Oh, but I don't want to destroy the fun, relaxed atmosphere of my classroom. The lesson's going so well, they're all involved, they're all paying attention. I don't want to stop it now to scold them." And I know you don't want to fall out with these kids. You want them to like you, but you have to say something. Let me ask you this. What would you say if it were a racial slur? What do you think I would say? I work in education now. What do you think I would say if I had a group of kids and one of them made an offensive comment? Well, I wouldn't get angry, and I wouldn't condemn him as a person, but I would condemn what he said. I would definitely stop everything, and I would say something about it, and they would get the message right away, what I think about that kind of talk. And they would know that if they bully a kid in the smallest way, then the least they will get from me is a lecture, if not a detention, or a call to their parents, or even to the police if violence is involved, or character assassination, or telephone harassment, or something like that. And they would know that I take it very seriously. And their parents would know it too. And my principal would know it too. And here is something that you can say to your students if the subject comes up, or you can bring it up yourself. Tell them you saw this video, or tell them you've heard about one of these suicides, and tell them what you think about it. Then ask them what society's conception is of the ideal male and the ideal female. Get them to list off all the qualities. Men have big muscles, the ideal men, and they are, brilliant analytical thinkers or whatever. And after they list off all those things, you've got 2 lists on the board perhaps, then ask them if they feel like crap. Then give them this liberating message. Society has an idea, or a conception, of the ideal man and the ideal woman, and everyone fails at achieving this ideal. Everyone. It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone has some part of them that fails at this, and they feel bad about it. Unless you're very enlightened, you've learned to accept both your feminine and masculine sides, which is quite rare, you feel bad about them, and you hate this part of you. And when you don't like it in other people, it's that part of you that you don't like, and that's why you make fun of it. or insult a person when you see it in them. You want to detract attention, maybe even your own attention, from your shortcomings. And you want to provide yourself with the momentary illusion that you're perfect. The bottom line is that masculinity and femininity are no measures of a person's worth, and neither is sexual orientation. That's what I would say to them. I hope you find my recommendations realistic and doable. If you're concerned about homosexuality being a touchy subject in your school, I would say to you not to worry about this at all. I wouldn't if I was in your place. You're obviously not going to say that homosexuality is better than heterosexuality, and you can't be accused of promoting homosexuality just for saying that it's okay. It's impossible to convert anyone to homosexuality. You couldn't do it if you tried. Science and medicine and psychology and the law are all on your side with this. And the only argument anyone can make that homosexuality isn't okay is a religious argument. And luckily, we have a separation of church and state in our country. And to this I say, thank God, because the Bible says that if a man lies with a man as one lies with a woman, both of them have done what is detestable. They must be put to death. Their blood will be on their own heads. So, obviously, in this matter, religion has no authority that you have to worry about, because this passage in the Bible makes it irrelevant to our judicial system or our basic sense of morality. I'm considering making a video for kids now. There is a wonderful program that's just been launched called It Gets Better, where queer adults are making videos for kids who are being bullied, telling them how much life better became for them as soon as they graduated high school. And the basic message is, don't kill yourself, just get through this. It gets better. Thank you for listening. I remember that when I was a teenager, I was walking home across the football fields at South High, and I made the promise to myself that when I got older, I would do something to help kids like myself, to make their lives easier somehow. This video isn't very much, but it's probably the most significant thing that I've done so far. I made it for teachers in Downers Grove, but you can feel free to show it to anyone.